Hey gang, Frank Emanuel, the Health Club Pro here, coming to you with some more fitness marketing group tips on how to market your health club business or personal training studio. It's funny, I'm always asked, what's the most effective way that I can market my gym, but I need it to be cheap? And sometimes those two terms can't coexist, but I'll be honest, in this business, one of the most effective ways that you can do it is probably one of the cheapest. Doesn't cost you anything except for the price of the paper that it's printed on. And what I mean by that is 2-ply guest passes. You know, I'm a big advocate of Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all these free technology type community building Web 2.0 strategies. That stuff takes time. Is it cheap? Absolutely. But I can guarantee you, you're not going to make a friend on Facebook and then have them in your club tomorrow unless you're just super duper lucky. And so when we look at cheap, I think you have to look at ROI, return on investment, not just in dollars and cents, but also in the amount of time. And I actually blogged about this, so maybe you'll catch the same information. It's a little bit of overlap. You can always see my blogs at Fitness Marketing Group or gymmarketing.com, our company website, and just click on the little blog tab, and you'll see all those posts from me and some of the other fitness professionals that work with our company. But that said, if you don't have time to read, here it is real quick. 2-ply guest passes, which I say 2-ply, a lot of people use the perforated guest passes or the little take ones, business cards, and that's fine, and certainly you need some of that stuff in other formats. But the problem is you don't have a name and number, and so if you don't see this person again, you can't get in touch with them. There's no follow-up. And so I always like to try to get a name and number, and even if I do give somebody a business card, you know what, I'll get theirs, or I'll write their name and number down on a napkin, if I'm running an independent campaign or promotion to get them into the club. Like I said, how the process works, everybody wants some fancy, me pull back the veil on some crazy solution to their problem. No, man, you need to get up out of your office, put on your Joe's House of Fitness shirt with these guest passes, and go out there and start talking to people. And you just run into them. You start the conversation with, hey, don't you work out over at the club? Maybe that's a good opening line. Or, you look like you work out. Where do you train at? I mean, just start the conversation. And once you start the conversation, then you can build a little bit of rapport. Like I said, hey, you look like you work out. You're in pretty good shape. Are you a personal trainer? Or, maybe it's not somebody that's in good shape, but, that's the one that you say, hey, don't you work out at the gym? You can still, ask the question. And regardless of what they say, it doesn't matter. You're just trying to, spark up a little bit of back and forth. Inevitably they're going to say one of a couple things. Usually I get, no, but I need to, or, yeah, I'm down at Gold's. And in either case you say, great, I tell you what, like for example, Gold's Gym, I heard that was a great club. I actually work at Joe's House of Fitness down the street. Why don't you come in, check it out on me, see what you think. Maybe you need a little change of scenery. Not too many people are going to say no to that, especially if you tell them it's free, get their name. Let me get your number just in case I miss you. The other tip to this is when you're asking for somebody's phone number, especially if it's a guy asking for a girl, she may think you're trying to pick her up. Just don't make it a big deal. People will only make things as big a deal as you make it. And so if you say, what's your name? Now I need to get your phone number so I can call you and bug you to death if they don't come in. No, just say, get your name. What's your name again? John? John, what's your last name? Let me get a number just in case I miss you. Boom. Real quick, you slide it in there, it's over, it's done with, you got their name, number. When do you think you might be able to come in? Now that's an advanced technique, that's when we start talking about setting an appointment, but if you can slip it in there, maybe you can actually set up a time for them to come in the next few days. Don't worry about that right out of the gate if you're just starting this process. Believe me, it's a little nerve-wracking, but it's easy. The hardest part is walking out of your door, going right or left, and then running into people and starting that conversation. If you do that, I guarantee you're going to have one of the most effective ways ever. I've been in this for about 15 years. There's nothing that beats just going out and beating the streets and talking to people in your community about your club, and you'll get a real quick return on that. You'll know within the next couple days how effective you're being at it. Okay, you leave with 10, 15 guest passes, don't come back to the club until you've got them all handed out. And guess what? You got a 10 or 15 potential leads coming in to check your facility out in the next couple days. This is a Health Club Pro signing out. Use it or lose it.